Today, the Benedictine Martyrology recounts the life of Saint Bonfilius, Bishop of Foligno in Italy, who was born about the year 1040 AD, and in his boyhood was placed in the care of the monks of Saint Maria de Storaco to be educated for the sacred ministry. He became a monk in that monastery, was ordained a priest, and shortly afterwards was appointed prior in the dependency in the diocese of Foligno. In the year 1070 AD, he was elected abbot of St. Maria de Storaco and was compelled to accept, notwithstanding his unwillingness to assume such a responsibility. The report of his virtue prompted the clergy of Foligno to choose him to succeed the deceased Bishop Azzo. When messengers arrived with news of the election, he protested and remonstrated, but was eventually compelled to yield. Gregory VII personally conferred upon him episcopal consecration. In the year 1096 AD, he accompanied the Crusaders to the Holy Land, visited many of the holy places, and lived an eremitical life in a cave for 10 years, disposed to end his days in that remote solitude. In a vision, however, he was advised to return to Italy. First, he visited Rome, where Paschal II was surprised to see him, for he had been reported dead a number of years. At Foligno, he was received with great rejoicing, but he resigned his claim to the see. A successor, Andrew, had been appointed in the year 1099 AD, and retired to his monastery, where he occupied a cell and prepared himself for the journey to his heavenly home. He appears to have had some authority in the house, for some of the brethren, offended by his serious exhortations in chapter, acted so offensively towards him that he deemed it expedient to seek for rest elsewhere. He fell on his knees before his abbot and the brethren, humbly kissed their feet, begged them for forgiveness, and, bent as he was with age, retired to a solitude at Ferra near Singali. There he spent several years in prayer, fasting, and vigils, at the same time instructing those who came to him for counsel. Having died in the year 1115 AD, his remains were translated to Singali in the year 1681 AD and buried in the church of the Silvertrines. Saint Bonfilius, child oblate, pray for us.